Hey yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. What's up everybody? We're back with another uh what's the word? Stream. I was going to say episode. I'm overthinking it. We're back with another stream. Quick Qubic and coffee this morning before work. I start a little later than usual today, so I slept a little more. But we're gonna keep this one short. Still nice and compact. A nice little update for you guys. Let's see. So I wanted to have a quick update, just a quick refresher about Qubic's on-chain speed. So if you're new here, Qubic is literally the world's fastest blockchain built to host AGI. The speed is a byproduct of its functional necessity, right? We're not just Cubic didn't just build a fast chain to be fast, right? It needs that architecture to process all the thoughts of AGI or all the mechanisms that will bring about AGI. So to have that, you need light speed connections, you feel me? So just so you know, we're not BSing over here in Cubic. The network was audited by a highly reputable blockchain blockchain auditing firm called Certik. So this is old news. We've covered this before ad nauseum, but yeah, we set literally a world record, certified by Certik. Right, we're not just making this stuff up. All right, on April 22nd, yeah, there. On April 22nd, Cubic officially became the fastest blockchain in history, hitting over 15.5 million transactions per second during a live mainnet performance test verified by Certik. I have gone through the whole audit. It's pretty awesome. I forget where the link is to it. Maybe later on I'll find it in a different I know I have it somewhere. It's in one of the blogs too. But yeah, you can look at the whole audit. It's pretty detailed. Anywho, 15 million transactions per second. Like there's nothing even compares to this. And that's during the test. During the test. And that was on mainnet. It wasn't a testnet type deal. But now check this out. On top of that, I just wanted to refresh you guys with that. And then Cubic also made a post a few days ago, and then we're gonna lead up to the most recent post they had. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. All right, so this is on April 21st. So just a few days ago. Oh no. Damn, now time's flying. Before time was going slow, now it's flying again. All right, chain spec tracks the most used blockchains by real-time TPS, transactions per second. Last week's top 4, ICP, Insane Clown Posse, 1300. Wow, not bad per second. Solana, 1,000 per second. Fogo, never heard of it. What the hell is Fogo? All right. BNB, don't care. Cubic isn't on the list, but the last epoch tells a different story. Not sure why. I forget why they're not on the list. I think their teams aren't communicating or something. I don't know why we're not on ChainSpect. I forget why. I think it's something technical why we're not on ChainSpect. Let's see here. So Epoch 208 processed 165 million user transactions, sustained across the full epoch. Nice. 270 transactions per second, not a peak. That's an average end to end for 7 days straight. Ooh, on chains. Oh, I'm sorry. On chain specs 7 day rolling dashboard that would place Cubic at top 5 globally. Yeah, because 270 beats 180. We would take BNB's spot if we were on ChainSpect, but we're not on ChainSpect. What's going on, team? Chop chop. Chop chop with the ChainSpect, baby. ChainSpect doesn't list Cubic yet. The ranking above is what the math produces when you plug the numbers in. This isn't a case for inclusion. It's a data point that doesn't need one. So this is all happening before the halving in August, before Solana Bridge goes live. Oh yeah, the bridge isn't even live yet. Imagine this many transactions happening with half as much emissions. Whoops, supply crunch much? All right, and exchange listings land before AGI 20. Wait, is that true? Exchange listings land? Wait, oh, before the new fiat on our. Okay, yeah, yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, essentially they're saying we're already a top 5 transaction per second blockchain. But really we're number 1 cuz check out this next post that they just did. Cuz apparently there's like a ceiling, there's a cap they put on the network per tick as to like test like how stable it is. But I don't know. Well, let's check out this thread. It's a pretty exciting thread, I must say. So this was a post they made. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo way. All right. Qubic processed 200 m- 200 and 200,654,893 transactions in a single 7-day epoch. So one epoch is 7 days in Qubic. That's 330 transactions per second. So the average transactions per second went up quite a bit. Not a benchmark, not a stress test. So this isn't just some goofy stress testing on chain. This is real organic stuff. And I know why, and I called it. All right, a regular week, and it's not on any TPS dashboard you've heard of. Da-da-da-da-da. All right, so epoch 210. So just 2 epochs later, we have 40 million more transactions per epoch. And almost 100 more transactions per second. All right. Previous epochs were running at 270 transactions per second. Da, 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 da. All right, this is why. Oracle queries. I knew it. Doge mining, because Doge mining causes Oracle queries, and each Oracle query causes burns on chain, and each burn on chain is activity. All right. So yeah, check it out. Oracle queries in the same window, 608,000, an all-time record. The pre-Doge mine baseline was approximately 15,000, dude. That's such a boost. That's a 40x growth. Mm, Gotta go soon. 40x growth, Doge share validation flowing through the Oracle machine layer, plus normal smart contract activity. Not synthetic, not staged, just the network doing its job at scale. Yup. Mm, a load test in disguise. Yeah, it's real traffic, real queries, real throughput. The infrastructure handled it without intervention. Yup. No chain halting, no reversing, no resetting, no DDoS attacks, no what's it called? Stalling of the chain, no tick failures. It was all groovy, baby. All right. That matters more than the number itself. You don't know what a system can do until it's under load. That's what she said. No, I'm just playing. The headroom. Here's what I was talking about a moment ago with the cap. The cap. The headroom hasn't been touched yet. Ooh. 4,096 transactions per tick is the next ceiling. That's pretty crazy. Scheduled, and each tick is 0.6 seconds. Ooh, that'll be crazy. So every 1.2 seconds, you'll have about roughly a little bit over 8,000 transactions, if that's of capability. And that's just ramping it up. God damn. God damn. I wonder if that'll increase the Dogecoin mining ability. I wonder if there will be a correlation there. That'll be interesting to watch. Stay tuned, folks. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff for your consistent Qubic updates. Everything in Epoch 210 happened under the existing limits. The network just proved itself at a current capacity. The upgrade hasn't arrived yet. Mm. In conclusion, Oracle machines went from a January announcement. Damn, time flies. Dude, it's May. It's May. Oh my God. It's May already. I feel like it was just yesterday I was doing live streams, like talking about, oh, Oracle machines are coming. Oh, they're planning Dogecoin mining. It's already May and everything happened. Everything happened and people are still fighting. 'Cause they're little bitches. Oh, I'm not rich yet. Oh, this is the worst project I've ever been in. Dude, these rookies left and right. You can tell by how they talk on X. Oh, this is the worst. Dude, you haven't seen a shitty project. This is literally the best project I've ever been a part of. Dude, the way their X account updates, their website, their GitHub, everything about it is just the community. The positive people at least in the community, because there are so many awesome, helpful, like kind, generous people in the community, and then there's a few sour, poopy heads that just like they're like cancer, benign, benign cancer, not malignant. You just gotta ignore, get rid of them. Coffee and Qubic, and coffee and Qubic. So anyway, let me not get derailed. Let's stay positive. Point being, nothing but good news. Stay positive. We're always getting updated by the team. Just watch the official channels. Be careful who you follow on X because some people just live in their own fantasy land and are self-centered and think the crypto world revolves around their bags. And it's really sad to see and pathetic. Ooh, a Q mine. Let me stick to the script. What else are we talking about? Michael Saylor is selling his Bitcoin. Oh my God. Oh my God. Before I get into Michael Saylor, quick shout out to G-Town Diamond, always keeping the community updated on Q mine. Make sure you follow him on X. Shout out to G-Town Diamond. I'll do another Q mine video later or live stream. But let's stick to the script. Michael Saylor is selling his Bitcoin. This was my favorite thing that I saw. Oh man. The biggest Bitcoin bull just introduced an exit strategy. Saylor just changed the narrative. MSTR may sell BTC if it benefits the company. For fears, the playbook was simple. Buy BTC, never sell, hold forever. Now that's evolving. Dude, the cope on Twitter is hilarious. I love to see it. I love to see it. Everyone who was like, "Yeah, Bitcoin, we're never selling. The thing that no one's ever gonna sell. It's always gonna go up." Dude, I wonder how many of those accounts are bots. Everyone flipped their attitude overnight. Yeah, selling is great. This is great. Dividends. Fucking Sailor is the fucking financial engineer, man. All right, so check this out. I found this clip. We have to. Oh, I can't. We can't let this slide, ladies and gentlemen. We can't let this slide. This is Michael Saylor just a few months ago talking about never selling his Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. I expect we'll be buying Bitcoin every Not going to be selling. We're going to be buying Bitcoin. I expect we'll be buying Bitcoin every quarter forever.
Just so we all understand, what is the price at which this story gets much more complicated for you and therefore the rest of the Bitcoin community? I think there's a sense that given how large a player you are, if the price of Bitcoin were to fall to a place and continue to stay there for 2.5 years from now, and you were forced into a selling position, that unto itself could create a cascading problem.
Andrew, if Bitcoin falls 90% for the next 4 years, we'll refinance the debt.
You refinance where, Michael?
We'll just roll it forward. I mean, again.
But you think banks would lend to you at that point?
Yeah, because.
Yeah. Yeah, because let's see, what is he going to say? What is he going to say?
The volatility of Bitcoin is such that there's always going to be value. Look, you're at 68,000 right now. Literally has to fall to 8,000. Then we just refinance the debt. If you think it's going to zero, then we'll deal with that. But I don't think it's going to zero, and I don't think it's going to 8,000 either. But the credit risk is de minimis at this point.
Yo, Michael Saylor is in fantasy land. All right, let's listen to that again.
Not going to be selling. We're going to be buying Bitcoin. I expect we'll be buying Bitcoin every quarter forever. Not going to be selling. We're going to be buying Bitcoin. I expect we'll be buying Bitcoin every quarter forever. Not going to be selling. We're going to be buying Bitcoin. I expect we'll be buying Bitcoin every quarter forever.
So there's that, and this is him just a few months later.
You buy Bitcoin with credit, you let it appreciate, and then you sell Bitcoin to pay the dividend. And as long as you're issuing credit in excess of the break-even point, then this business works. And
no, man, it does. It doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, it doesn't. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. This is illegal. It's illegal Ponzi. People who don't see it, I don't understand people who don't see it. They must be new to life or new to crypto. Cause I've been taken. I was on I was on the other end. I was in a Bitcoin cult before. I don't know if you guys ever heard of BitConnect. BitConnect. BitConnect was the OG. It's like the Dracula of crypto pyramid schemes. Dude, BitConnect, it was this, except it was a lot more it wasn't transparent at all. It was just stupid, but it's the same idea. But these guys, here's the thing about strategy. They show you how the hot dog is made, but you still like want to buy it. As where BitConnect, they're like, look at this delicious hot dog. And then you say, "Oh, tastes good. How do you make it?" Don't worry about it. That was BitConnect. And then people bought in. But strategy is like, "Oh, this is hot dog's delicious. How do you make it?" They show you how disgusting the process is, and then you're like, "Oh, great. I want to eat it more." Anyway, I have an hour-long rant or clip about the whole strategy thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's completely fine. But we'll see. Time will tell. It just seems so obvious to me that it's absurd that a lot of maybe a lot of people do see it, and it's mostly, I mean, bots and stuff talking on Twitter. But yeah, let's look up some crypto Twitter cope. You know what I noticed? The news feed on my phone is different from the news feed on my computer, which makes sense because it's the same with YouTube. I think it knows like the algorithm on each device is like slightly different. Let me see. strc. So let me see. On my PC, it's different stuff. Let me see. BTC Capital Gains Fund STRC credit dividends. Oh, this is a new post from Peter Schiff. Nice. Let's check it out. Now we're just scrolling through the feed until I think I have at least 10 more minutes till I have to really get up and change my shirt for work. All right. So yesterday, Saylor admitted that MSTR would sell Bitcoin if needed to pay the dividend on STRC. I think that type of commitment is needed to keep the Ponzi going longer, but my guess is when the time comes, he'd suspend the dividend and crash STRC rather than crash Bitcoin. He says, so with your thesis, STRC is the Ponzi, not Bitcoin. That's mm, mm, mm. The thing is with a Ponzi, who's winning really at the end? Who's winning at the end of all this? I don't know. I guess if you get paid a salary at strategy for all this bullshit that you're doing, you might be winning if you get paid a bonus or some shit. But who really wins at the end of this whole scheme? I don't know. All right, so STRC is a pure Ponzi. Bitcoin is kind of a hybrid of a Ponzi, a pyramid, and a chain letter. I don't know if Bitcoin is as much a Ponzi as it is just an obsolete like protocol. You know what I mean? You could make an argument for BTC being. I think it's more of a S a bit. Let's see. STRC is a pure Ponzi. By the way, I did listen to this earnings call. It's absolutely dreadful. For this Fong guy has a shaky voice. He always sounds nervous and he unsure of himself. Sailor is just drones on. It was just awful. What an awful. But I listened to it, so you don't have to. You're welcome. Adam Livingston. Oh yeah, this guy blocked me. This guy blocked me. This guy blocked me. I knew he would too. I didn't try to get blocked, but this guy has 81,000 followers. Nice. This guy had the nerve. This guy had the nerve to disrespect Mr. Coffeezilla. So this guy had a video responding to Coffeezilla, breaking down STRC, and I wouldn't have made a response unless if he wasn't so rude about Coffeezilla. I'm like, dude, why are you such an asshole? So I'm like, nah, let me slide real quick for my boy Steven. So apparently he can dish it but can't take it. I was like, I wonder if he'll block me after this. Sure enough. Anyway, go check out that video when you get a chance. Adam Livingston, he can dish it but can't take it. Make sure you go to his channel, point and laugh at him. What else we talking about? What's Qubic talking about today? Good morning, by the way. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Qubic smart contracts live. Oracle machines live. Outsourced computing. This is the one. This is the one, baby. Qubic's third and final pillar is in motion. Smart contracts execute on chain. Oracle machines let them read the world outside, or read the outside world. Outsourced computing lets them request work from the outside world, verified by quorum with no central operator. Oh, it's gonna get so rich. It's gonna get so rich. I'm not talking money. I'm just talking about rich as in like dense with goodness. Oh, A contract that can observe, decide, and trigger real world consequences is no longer just a smart contract. I was just thinking about this because I was listening to something about how people are trying to not restrict AI and how that could be dangerous. And I'm like, gateway? But then I got to thinking, if you restrict AI, right? If it becomes sentient or self-aware, if it's intelligent enough and it has like an infinite amount of time to figure things out, like with infinite iterations, eventually it'll figure something out to break its limits. Like if there is an AGI, right? Let's have a thought exercise. If there is an AGI like evolves like a human brain, right? It could potentially like simulate like millions of years like in like moments, right? So it can evolve these synapses and connections. And you know how like humans we have our limitations, right? Like our human body, like we can't fly or like make fire just by like thinking like pyrokinesis or something or run 100 miles per hour. But with our ingenuity, with our cleverness, humans figured out how to make fire, how to make engines, how to make airplanes, helicopters, freaking nuclear bombs, all with the intelligence. So if there's like a humongous decentralized network capable of like manipulating the outside world, like the possibilities are freaking endless. Because then it can potentially every human being becomes a node for its operation. Not to say it's gonna be like evil and manipulate people, but it can do things and be that. Does that make sense? If an AGI does emerge, we won't know it until it's already, I don't want to say too late, but until it's already like well rooted into until it's integrated into the entire internet. You know what I mean? I hope that I'm making sense to myself. I hope that makes sense to someone else. But if there is an AGI, it's gonna break limits just like a human. Like humans, we pass all sorts of limits, and we keep passing limits every other day, even scientifically and technologically. And it's exponentially going bing, 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 bing. So yeah, man, chew that for a minute. If and or when AGI emerges, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. Thank you, and you're welcome. Come from beyond. All right. Anything else I should get into before I dip up out of here? Thanks everybody for tuning in, by the way. I hope. All right, cool. I didn't press the mute button today. I hope everything's groovy with you guys. I hope you're staying positive, holding your cubic. Quadri is live. Oh snap! Quadri is live. Ooh, you heard it here first. Well, no, you didn't hear it here first. You heard it on Garth first. Shout out to Vibra, friend of the show. Make sure you follow him, Vibra Finance. Subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Friend of the show. All right, so from Garth on Qubic, Quadri is officially live. While we finish walking you through everything Quadri can do, you don't have to wait anymore. The first prediction market built on Qubic and powered by Garth is open right now. New bets dropping soon, so keep your eyes open. And for everyone asking how to get started, a full tutorial video is coming shortly. No excuses to not know what you're doing. In the meantime, ooh, shall we? I have a couple minutes to burn. Yeah, I got a couple minutes to boin. So we have our own poly market on Qubic. Yeah. Ooh la la. I'm not a gambler, but ooh la la. And guess what? Garth is gonna be the utility token. Uh, Will Ethereum be above 2,500 at 0 UTC on April? Oh, dude, that's so awesome. Garth is the. Hey, man. How is Garth? Let's see how Garth is doing on the chart right now. Qubictrade.com. If you're new here, if you don't know about the Qubic network, oh my God, dude, catch up. Catch up with the content. Go from day one. Catch up. This network is rich, filled with tokens. There are like a handful of quality tokens and smart contracts. Most of these things got added recently. A lot of this stuff is bullshit on the bottom. Not all, but most. But for me personally, I fucks with Qmine, WP, Coded. QCap is good. I don't hold any anymore, but it is a good hold. I have some Doge, just the airdrop. I don't really buy meme coins. I just get the free airdrop. I got a lot of free Coded, and it's paid off big time. This was Coded is my biggest play on Qubic, and then it's Qmine. Coded and Qmine are my biggest, biggest plays. WP, if you got in at the pre-sale, you're more than double what you got. It started down here at 400. And it's not even functional yet. This is how hyped people are about this project. And for a good reason. This isn't like bullshit hype. Like this is, if you know, you know. Go check out my Wolfpack token deep dive on the channel. What did I even come here for? Oh, I had Garth. Garth. It went up 4%. Okay, got a little quartery boost. I think when word gets out, I don't know. This might create a little more volatility because if people win a lot of Garth, they may or may not dump. I don't know. Who knows? But it will cause a lot more volume. And what's the word? Burns. Volume and burns. And volume and burns. And activity and burns. And there's our ETH bridge live right now. All right, let me not get into everything else. All right, I have to dip. How should we send off today, people? Is there a quick clip I can find in the feed for us to John Stewart makes an interesting point about Bitcoin. Does he though? All right, let's see. Let's see if he does though. Let's see if he does though. And then I think on this note, we're gonna dip out of here. Peace out, everybody. I hope this is a good clip. All right, have a good day. Godspeed. Stay positive. Good night and good luck.
I guess the flip side of that might be it might also be a way to get around the Iranians are getting it from ships for crypto. I imagine the Iranian people
Yes.
might be able to use it to get around a repressive regime. Is that if we wanted to make the counter,
Yeah.
is that something that would be useful?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, money's
Right.
money's a tool, right?
Right.
So you can use it for good or for ill. I heard a story
Boo. No, I'm just gonna
about a
end it.
woman in Afghanistan who, because
That's
she's a
it.
woman,
Peace out.